All right, everyone. Today we're going to be talking with Romanov. I'm going to correct myself when I get him online, so he can correct me. I believe also he goes by Bartz, but he is the producer of the event that was known as Back to the Future, but is now called Back to Illusions. And I believe he is originally from Russia, and we're going to hear his story of how he got into dance, robot, waving, popping, animation. Pretty much how did those styles get over to Russia? And who were the OGs over there? Kind of questions like that. What was going on in Russia in the 90s, and how did they get robot? How did robot appear over there and such? So let's get him on. And yeah. Bartez. It's 7 a.m. over here on the West Coast, so good morning or good evening, good night. I think it's like 9 p.m. over there. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
All good. All good. I'm
Nice.
trying to find my earphones.
Okay, no worries, no worries. What time is it over there?
It is 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Find a place wherever you have headphones, you want to take a seat somewhere,
Yeah, sure.
and nice, nice. And I'll just get this, just getting some of the questions we talked about so I can kind of
Yeah.
go look at them. And I want to make sure to say do you go by Bart's? How do you say
It is Bartez. Yeah.
Bartez? Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. All right. So, yeah, for everyone that's joining in, today we're going to be talking with Bartez, who is the creator, the producer of Back to the Illusions, which also was known as Back to the Future, but that was Back to the Illusions. Um, I feel the event Back to the Illusions was one of the first events that started showing like the styles being specific, like a category for robot, animation, waving. Um, so I'm very interested in
Well,
hearing.
there is
Uh,
a small notice about this that the first event, as I know, it was Funky Juniors. It was made by Ramon. It was in like 2009, 2010. And first I saw the categories there like robot, waving,
mhm.
dancing. And I also participated in this event and I won the robot category. But in 2012, Ramon stopped doing these categories. I mean, separate robot and waving. And I wanted to participate in robot category so hard. So that is why I've made my event with the robot category. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, nice. That's cool to
Yeah.
know how that inspired you're creating your event. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So a little bit something that I know we were talking about before is, or when I was messaging you is, I'm interested in hearing about Russia's history of dance. How did these styles come over? I also know you said before, was it 92 or 90, that it was USSR, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
after it's Russia.
Yeah.
So there is difference. So I guess first I'd like to just ask you, how did you find the dance? How did you get introduced to robot, this whole popping animation? How did you get introduced to it?
Well, as for robot and animation and all that illusional forms, it was by the video of that elsewhere on YouTube.
On
Yeah.
YouTube. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It was him dancing in a orange coat, performing on some event.
Yes.
And this was for me the first video which I saw about the illusionary dance forms. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And what year was this around, would you say?
For me, it was the year 2007. Yeah.
2007.
This is
Okay.
the yeah, this is the first time I saw, and after that, I started digging and different videos with the popping and other styles just started appearing in my life.
Hmm.
Yeah, and after some period of time, I joined workshops by Ramon in popping. Yeah, it
Okay.
was 2010.
Okay. And you at this time were you going to battles? Were there many events?
Well, in Russia in 2010, it was not so many events, maybe like in Moscow, January, it was maybe like three, four events, maybe five events
Hmm.
from time to time. Yeah, so yeah, it was a famous event called Tinka, and also Dramon. He made the events small one. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So you started going to events and battling and was was there already a strong community of like roboters and animators, poppers? Was it already in
Well,
Russia?
there was some kind of, the gap between um, between two different generations. Yeah, because the first influence was by it was in USSR. Yeah, so
Hmm.
I will dig in the culture to explain the whole thing and the whole
Okay.
situation. So yeah, in USSR there was upper breakdance and lower breakdance. Upper breakdance was like doing all the mixed stuff, waving, touching, robot, and it was called like upper breakdance, upper breaking. Like you do stuff, but
Like you're
on
standing,
the upper, yeah, yeah,
like you're
yeah, yeah, yeah.
standing up
On the
straight.
upper side, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Oh,
called like that, and also it was called like electric boogie.
Electric Boogie.
Yeah,
Okay, that
yeah,
was the
yeah,
name. Okay, okay. How?
yeah. Also, yeah.
No, no, no. Continue, continue.
Also, there were people who danced robot separately, only robot, doing the robot routines and robot freestyle. And after some period of time, yeah, it may be like in 2005 or six, the popping started developing in Russia. Yeah, and because of the lack of the knowledge, yeah, it was like the popping is umbrella term, so everybody practiced everything and thought it's like the popping is the main and the robot is like the part of the popping, the waving is the part of the popping. So
Right.
yeah we had misinformation about this. So and um, answering to your question about the community, yes, it was the community, like of the poppers, and also of the dancers of electric boogie. Yeah, like separate because some of the people they danced electric boogie still. Later, it was called like dubstep dance when it was the situation like the dubstep music was really popular,
Hmm.
and it was called like okay, we dance dubstep dance. Yeah,
Right, right. I know dubstep dance was at least popular that term when a Dragon House in the USA when they went on TV and a lot of people associated the dance with that music and then dubstep. And that was out here. Okay. So you're saying that first there was breaking and robot in USSR
yeah, yeah.
and then popping came later.
Yeah. So the first was like breaking, um, and also electric would get called like upper breaking.
Okay.
also locking, also popping. It was not so, it was called pops. It wasn't called like popping, but it was called like pops. And people just do some things trying to make pop, but we didn't have any clear information about this. Yeah.
Okay. How did people find out about breaking, electric boogie? How did people find out about the dance?
Well, as I found the information, it was if we're talking about the USSR, it was I found the movie. It was from not movie, but the footage. Yes, from 1984. It called "Break It," not
Okay.
breaking, but "Break It." Yeah,
Break
you
it.
can type it. Yeah. You can type it in YouTube. Break It, 1984. And there is the whole footage of people doing different stuff like breaking and robot and waving and touching and other illusionary dance forms. So yeah, and this was the tape which was copied and copied and copied by people from person to person all the time. Also, Michael Jackson footages, his clips, video clips, yeah, music clips, uh, for the dancing. Also, the film Breaking 2,
Okay.
um, made a lot of influence. So yeah, mostly it was connection by the VGS, mostly because some people who had access to the United States, they were children of politicians and people and diplomatic people who went to the USA. So yeah, they had possibility to bring videotapes. Yeah,
Okay.
to yeah.
Wow. And that's interesting. Only people of a certain position, you said the politicians, like the children of the politicians, they were people that not it wasn't very accessible to everyone, right? Only certain people.
No. It was accessible, but the source of the info, which was usually abroad, yeah, because lots of people danced, lots of it wasn't something like special for rich people or something. A lot of people danced, a lot,
Okay.
like cities, different districts, they were dancing and also like battling with each other.
Oh,
Yeah, and the main place where all the dancers gathered together, they were exchanging with the experience. It was the Arbat Street, one of the main streets in Moscow,
okay.
um, and there is official day when all the uh, b-boys and other dancers come there. It is the 1st of April. Is the
Mm,
1st of April.
wow.
And historically, there was some kind of parade in 1986 at the 1st of the April with a different, how to say, mimes and clowns and I don't know why, but after this, all the artists and people who are connected with the art, they started to come to the Arbat Street and perform there.
Okay.
Yeah, and from that moment, officially, like the 1st of April, it is like official day of the street dance, and even each year, like this year also, people from all generation they come to the Arba Street. They do ciphers. They do some performances there on the street. It is like. The popping barbecue, yeah, in
Yes, I was just
USA,
I was just
it is something like that, yeah.
wow. Okay. That it's like the holiday of when the dance is celebrated. Like it was brought to
It is like the opening of the season of street performances, yeah.
okay, got it. who were some of the first people or groups in, and I'll say USSR at the time? Was it?
It is really hard to find the first people. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but because there is lots of people from different points of the country. And I was studying, trying to find the source, asking people who was the first, and no one could tell me like who was the first. Yeah, but there were popular crews. There were the Boogie Crew,
Hmm.
uh, also Bee People, and famous crew called Mercury. They were performing as a robots.
Okay.
Um, Also, they had special footwork moves of the broken legs of the robot. Like I didn't see this kind of movement in USA basics. Yeah, it was the special movement with the broken legs of the robot. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of footages from USA and other countries, and I've never seen the moving of the robot in this way. Yeah, it was like making the step, breaking the leg, changing the mess to the other leg. It was so yeah, it was something special. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I can send you the
Yeah.
footage later.
So
Yeah.
this is a style of robot only over there, not you that you're saying it was developed in USSR?
I guess yes, it was because I searched a lot of information about the animation and the robot, and I've never seen that step in other countries. First, I saw it on the footage in USSR, like the moving with the broken legs, yeah, of the robot. Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. I will send you the footage because it is hard to to explain how it works. I will send you the footage. Yeah.
Yes. How did the the political cultural situation in USSR, how did they view the dance? Like, was the dance accepted? Did they kind of, was it, how did
Yeah,
the society view it?
well, it was something special to people. I mean, not for the government, but for the people, because it was something which was brought from abroad. Because people from USSR, they were isolated with the information, also with the different goods and stuff. I mean, like. Not any family had the TV or VHS recorder.
Hmm.
And dancing the breakdance. It was called like a not breaking, but the breakdance
Yeah.
in USSR. It was something special. It's like when you dance, you're like you're in the trend, yeah.
Interesting.
And yeah, it was something like uh, each boy wanted to dance, yeah, because you could show yourself on the evening meetings, yeah. You can show yourself in different parties,
Hmm.
and of course, as for the street performances, police didn't accept it. Yeah, it was forbidden, but still, people on the Arbat street they performed a lot.
Hmm.
They did street shows, and they had some communication with the police. It was yeah, it was okay. Also, you asked if there were any connection with the government situation.
Yes.
There was like the breakdown, if my English is so. There was the end of USSR in 1991. Yeah, it
Okay.
was really hard political situation in the whole country, and so people focused not on the joy, but how to live in the future.
Yeah.
And the whole wave of the breaking and the street dance, it went down. It was for 2 or 3 years. Uh, mostly not people didn't dance. But in 1994, it raised again. Yeah, it raised again, and it started developing again. Yeah.
What would you say brought it back? What influenced it to come back to raise?
I don't know. People started to meet again on the Arba Street doing performances. It was just like something like that. People just needed to earn money. The
Mm,
street performers, so they started to dance again after some period of time because it was really hard times in after USSR ended. It was really a tough time, and people just thought how to survive. Yeah,
wow.
what to eat, and other things. Yeah. So after some time, people just started dancing, and also. Um, they were influenced by New York street shows. One of the guy from Arba Street, he went to the USA in New York in 1994. His name is Tapor,
Mm,
and he saw and also he participated with the guys in New York, and he
mm,
saw how they made their show, like what
yeah,
is how to begin the show, how to collect the money,
yeah.
and so he got the whole structure, how to dance and perform on the street. So, and after that, he came to Arba Street, and they changed the whole game and started to earn more money because they made like a special plan, special scenario for the event. Yeah.
Wow, okay. That is so cool. What about the music? Was the music different in Russia that was played, or was it the music that was seen
No,
in?
it was all the same. People took the electro and other funk and breakbeat stuff. So, uh, of course, we had some pop stars who performed on TV shows,
Okay.
but they just hired b b-boys or b-girls to perform with them.
Oh,
So it wasn't like um, street dancers used their music because they were inspired. No, they only performed with the person
I
on the
see.
stage.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. What these styles robot waving and tutting animation, do you find there to be a difference? Like, did Russia kind of put their own change on the styles? Is there something you see different in Russia's version of the dance versus the USA's dance? Do you find there to be difference?
Um, well, I find it different because of the well. Um, let me explain. As the form of the dance, as the form of the dance.
Mhm.
Um, um, I will start from other points so I can, yeah,
Yeah,
because I want to give the whole information. Well, we didn't have parties, a lot of parties here in Moscow and Russia. Yeah, I mean, of course, we have parties, or we have club music and other music bars. But as I know, in USA and in Europe, they had parties with the funk music and hip hop music. So we didn't have that much. Of course, we had some parties which were organized, but it wasn't the part of the whole culture in Russia, in Moscow. It wasn't like the popular music. I mean, the funk wasn't played on the radio a lot. Well, like now we have the separate radio station, and they have the hip hop and other um, um, music styles on that radio. But back in the days, it wasn't popular like among the people. Yeah, it was something separate.
mhm.
And the dancing It was like mostly in the on the workshops, in the dance schools, yeah, and it was a lot about participation in competition, yeah,
Okay. Competition
yeah.
was the focus.
Yes, it was the focus, lots of time. Like in the steel, we had we have more competitions, not than parties. Of course, we have jams on the street. We have sessions sometimes, but the competition was always something which get together all the people. Yeah, it was the competition. Yeah.
Why do you feel so you feel because there were not parties, that's why competition became the focus?
Yes, people didn't have that much possibilities to just jam. Yeah, and everything was focused just to train yourself, to train yourself. You need to be like that. You need to be like that. And this is, I guess, the biggest difference about the feeling of the dance. I mean, mm, between USA, between Asia, Korea. Yeah, we're somewhere in the middle. Yeah, between the Western culture of the dancing and the Eastern culture of the dancing, because we focus too much on the techniques. And as for the self-expression, it may be we are more closed people as in the self-expression. Yeah,
Oh, close.
because yeah. For us, it is. Of course, I don't want to judge all the dance culture and to say that we are all closed people. No, of course we have really hardcore crump scene, and they are not closed people.
Yes, right.
Yeah. We have really and the other dance styles. Of course, I can't say that we are closed and they are gloomy, but what I usually see and what I usually meet on my workshops with the students, and also what I've met in my progress in the dancing. It was hard to express yourself, to be the character, to be the person who can do whatever
Mhm.
he wants to do, and also. The dance culture we took it, yeah, from other people. It wasn't developed by us, yeah. And sometimes you start to follow something, and you forgot, and you forget that you can create something by yourself, that you can add the sauce here. You can do something by yourself, by your character.
Yeah.
And I guess this is that was the main problem, and this problem now is changing in a in a good way. That now we add ourselves more to the dance,
Mm.
yeah, because in some period of time it was like, okay, we should do this or that. This is the basics. We should follow the basics, and so we were in strict rules made by ourselves. Like we should be in the basics. We should do like that. This is not okay. This is like, and this is because we didn't have much information and we didn't find mm, more information. It was like, okay, people came to the Russia and say, okay, popping was developed by electric boogalos. Okay. And this is the information we got from some period in some period of time. Later, we found more information about Auckland Boogaloo and other things. Yeah, we found it. Yeah, but
Mm.
yeah, and also yeah, I think yeah, the main problem is to do everything good. Yeah, to do everything well done. This is, I guess, the main problem.
Someone said, popping Malvina said, I would say the problem came with EB. Hmm. Do you feel there's something there?
Well. I guess if we will talk about the meta thing, um, the meta thing, I mean, like um, when you spread the knowledge, yeah, and when you're trying to show that, okay, this is my piece of information, you should do like this. And if you start the process of the studying like that, it ruins the whole process in the future. Because if you want to go in a free way, you want to do something more than the basics, but you said no, it is not okay.
Right.
You should follow the rules, and this thing is destroying usually the creativity. Yeah.
Mm.
Of course, I'm about to respect all the basics, all the roots, all the names, and because the style is itself, it called the style because it has the rules, of course. Because if I dance like that, or if I talk with the rules, yeah, I use the English language trying to follow the grammatics. Um, it is the same with a dance. But if you don't do anything innovative, it will just destroy itself because this is the way the life should be, the evolution, always the evolution.
Mm.
If there is no evolution, the life itself will destroy it. This is just the universal truth.
Right.
Yeah, this is you can't go against of it because this is the basics of the nature. Yeah,
Right.
and I guess that following of the rules, yeah, it influenced a lot.
Okay, got it.
I mean,
Who would you say were some of the OGs or yeah, I guess who would you say are some of the OGs in your community?
well, there is different waves of the dancers. Yeah, like um, back in the days, I had the opinion like we have um, two generation waves. Like in which generation it has its own waves. For example, in the breakdance generations, there were like 3 or 4 waves of the people. I know only like the last wave of the dancers. Yeah, because there were people who started dancing when I even wasn't born. Yeah,
Oh,
and of course, some of them doesn't dance, and some of them just disappeared or died because of the drugs and other things. As for me, people which I know, who I know, it is Anton Klimat. He is like one of the last waves in USSR. Yeah, Anton Klimat, he is the waiver.
he's a
Yeah,
weaver.
mostly. Of course, he does the robot and the tapping, but mostly he danced and he still dances waving. Uh, Sasha Dracon, Alexander the Dragon. Yeah, he also started dancing maybe in 1996, if I'm not mistaken. And he is one of the people who still dances. Vadim Savinkov. I showed you the video of him.
The
He is a
performer.
magician. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. He was one of the first people to dance on the commercial scene and on the commercial stage.
Okay.
And but like nowadays he's more about the magician and illusion in illusion forms, uh, and he doesn't dance too much, and he usually appears on the dance events when I grab him as a judge. Yeah,
Yes. Wow.
yes, yeah,
I know he was a guest performance or guest judge at Back to the Illusion, right? You just
yeah,
shared
yeah,
a
he was
video.
yeah, 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 he was the animation judge. Yeah.
Wow. So, what is his? Do you know a little of his story of how he came about?
Yes, his story. Yeah, I've made the notes. Um, as for him, he saw maybe in 1993, 1994, he saw Irje Korn. It is the pop singer from Czech Republic, from Europe, and he saw his video clips dancing, and this was his first inspiration. When also he saw the Sinbad movies other um, and other films like Breaking.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the first experience was with the guy from Czech Republic. Yeah.
So he
Uh,
saw a video of someone in the Czech
Yeah,
Republic.
yeah, 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 yeah. He saw on the TV, it was a TV program, and he saw the clip of the pop star, and he had uh, the breaking dancers in his clip. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Got it. Got it. Are there any? I know you named a couple people that are currently are seem to be the leaders of the community. Are there any famous, would you say famous street dancers or more robot performers? Do you know, would you say there's any famous street dancers?
From older generation.
Yes. Or yes, yes.
From older generation, I guess not so many continued dancing. This is the thing, and also. What we can call the popular. Yeah, if we talk about performing on the commercial stage, mm, none of them, I guess.
Okay.
Like we have Vadim Savinkov.
Hmm.
So he's like he had different contracts with TV shows and other shows.
Hmm.
Um, of course, it. I know this crew, but new generation they doesn't know. Like there is Mercury. Yeah, there were three people in this crew, and they were popular. Yeah, I mean, in USSR, the Mercury crew, there were three people in it. Some of them they passed away, and also the popular was on the TV, the Boogie Crew. They made a lot of influence for the dance culture because they made the video clips which were shown on the MTV channel here in Russia.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it helped a lot to develop the street dance. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Nice. Do you find the dance now, now we're in 2025, do you feel the dance has influenced other parts or other arts in Russia, like in theater, film, music? Do you?
Well, yes, yes, it works so. Um, I see sometimes dancers, of course, in advertisements. Of course, they connected with the different artists, singers.
Mhm.
Also, there is theater performances. I know the guy who started dancing popping back in the days, but now he makes his own theater shows. Yeah.
Who is this? Who is this person?
It is his nickname is Ninja, and also he's known as Denis Rublev,
Hmm.
and he lives in Saint Petersburg,
Okay.
and he makes show, not show, but the theater show. Also, I know that there is Alterum Theater, and it was organized by one of the uh, members of the Boogie Crew. It was made by the Alex, and he organized. the theater, and there was the robot characters there. Also, Ramon danced there. His ex-wife, Evgenia, they had a small performance as the ballerine
Mm.
and the robot. Yeah, they had a connection. Um, Also, the TV shows, different TV shows, like there were really big boom about the dance scene maybe like 5 years ago, something like that. There were TV show, the dance on the dance channel Dance on TNT. It's called like the dance on the channel, yeah,
Okay.
TNT, and it made a lot of influence on nowadays scene. And I guess one of the pushing moments in the dance scene in Russia. Yeah,
Oh,
because a lot of people saw the dancers and they because of it was because of the TV. Yeah, lots of people saw was watching the TV and they get new information about, okay, this style called like Vogue, this style is popping, this style is animation.
yes.
Yeah, so I guess this TV show, yeah, pushed a lot. Yeah, because after that, I saw a lot of dancers came to the game, um, mostly in the choreo, and also with the latest styles. I just can't call it style because the style is funk. The style is connected with the music funk. For example, it's locking and popping, so it is the whole style. Also, we have I don't know how to say the dancing form. Yeah, the dancing form, high heels. Yeah,
Yeah.
ladies they dance with the high heels, but they have a dance foundation different, something from jazz, something from other dance styles, but they dance it on the high heels, and it is has the umbrella term high heels. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Does high
Yes.
do you see high heels mixing with robot and popping and waving? Do they mix?
Yes. I guess you had conversation with the clocks about the family animation.
Hmm.
Yes. And it appeared not time ago, maybe like 2 years ago.
Hmm.
It started developing here. Yeah, my wife, she was practicing a lot. Popping and animation, and she started dancing it on the high heels in a sexy way, in a feminine way, and she called it like female animation, like the genre, not the style by itself, yeah, because there is animation, so there is no need to call it like, okay, there is new style,
Right.
but the like the genre of the animation, like female animation. And now there are a lot of girls who practicing the animation, the female animation. They dance on the high heels with the sunglasses.
Yes. The
Um,
whole outfit. There's a whole the clothes, everything. It because I remember
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I seen like when I watched the videos from like Back to the Future, when it was called Back to the Future, I
yeah.
noticed people, a lot of the dancers, they would have like the whole outfit. They're not just heels, but just a whole character too. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe that's
sure.
different. That's a little going different. I mean, would you say the Russia's culture changed the way people like how do I say express themselves with their clothes? Do you feel
What I saw and what I feel, and there is sometimes a little bit of mess in it. I will explain. Yeah. Um, as for animation battles, Back to the Future, it was, I guess, it was one of the first events who started animation categories separately. Yeah, because we used to have a robot. But as myself as a participant, I felt like it is too hard to stay in a robot form. Yeah. So 1 year we called it animation. So we made it more. We gave more freedom to the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but other thing was connected with the knowledge about the animation because it was explained like the roots of animation. It comes from the characters from the movies. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the dancers they started digging into their making its own character, but forgetting about the animate
The
to be
technique.
animated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about the techniques, about the whole illusion. And once I saw on the press selection, there was a lot of characters, but a lack of techniques, a
Right.
lack of the illusional forms. This
Yes.
was one thing. But this year we had a separate event with the family animation category. So it was like family animation category.
Okay.
Yeah. And 80% of participants, they had different characters. Police woman
Yeah.
and something Tomb Raider and futuristic woman. Lot of different characters. That was this is the thing I like the most. And still they were trying to be in the animation techniques still.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they made their characters like 100%. Like it was deeply. Uh, they took a lot of to make the outfit. Yeah, and so this is the thing I liked that women they express themselves. They don't shy about it. They prepare the whole outfit of the character. And I guess this is the thing that we usually forget to do in animation.
Hmm.
Especially me, I don't use too many characters. I used once the trickster character,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly I don't change the outfits. I know that Ramon. I remember his battles in 2021 and also 2024. He always has different outfits. The
Mm-hmm.
engineer, the other guy, a lot of different outfits. So yeah, if you watch the battles, you will see each battle different character. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Okay. Ramon, this name, I see it, it's brought up many times. Who is this
yeah.
Ramon? Who is Ramon and what's his influence in the community, in the culture?
Well, he is one of the people who started dancing, popping in the first wave, like in 2000, in 2004, 2003. Well, the first one, as it said, it was the Boris the Cat. He got the DVDs and with the book styles, with electric boogaloo and the other things. So he started practicing um, different forms of the popping. And also there were people like Pincher, Ramon, Serge, Slide. It is all the people who like was on the first wave of the poppers in Moscow. Also other cities. There was guys like Dreamer, Artyom Bobrishov, lots of names, lots of names. Uh, I'm just saying several times about Ramon because he made a lot of influence in the culture. Um, because he made the events with the popping category, and also he gave a lot of workshops
Mm.
He came to different cities in Russia,
Okay.
um, sharing his knowledge, and still he's in the game. He's teaching. He was also my teacher.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Wow.
so he gave a lot of information, and also he traveled a lot to Korea and other places and brought the information there. So yeah,
Wow.
Ramon did a lot to develop lots of teachers made the influence. Yeah, not only Ramon, a lot of people, and still they are in the game, like Ruslan Twist, Kim Pap, and Baturo.
Mm.
Um, yeah, a lot of people they made the influence. Yeah.
I see.
Also the pincher, he's still in the game,
Mm.
maybe less, but he still practices and teaching the people.
Wow. Okay. Speaking of teachers, is is it, would you say it's how do I say? Can people live off, be comfortable with dance in Russia? Like teaching in Russia, is it easy to make a living being a teacher? Is it accepted? Does the community, the government kind of support that? How is when it comes to making a living off of teaching in dance?
It depends on the dance style.
Mm.
First, it depends on the dance style. Um, if you will write in the Instagram, popping or animation, I just made the research. You don't see many people have in their bio like, okay, I'm popping or animation dancers. Um, if you will type the high heels, you will get a lot. If you will write the strip, you will see a lot.
I see.
Of course, there is some more popular styles, less popular styles.
Mm.
Yeah, popping is less popular.
Hmm.
Animation, maybe it is not popular as a separate style itself, and even I can't call the animation. As for me, I can't call it the style. Okay, this is just another topic. What the animation is, but still, dancers from other styles they bring animation dancers to teach them the techniques. They don't want to be animation dancers, but they want animation techniques in their dance styles. Yeah, how
Interesting.
to how to do slow motion, how to do other things. Back in the days, maybe like 5 years ago, it was popular in a choreo cruise to bring the popper to increase the techniques in the crew. Yeah.
So they would take a popper or animator. They look at they're there to teach the technique to the choreographs, choreo crew, choreo dancers.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How about how do I say? What were some of the highlights or of battles that you saw or that you were in? Were there some battles that you saw that left an impression, influenced you?
Yeah. The most iconic and spectacular battle was called Battle Zone.
Hmm.
It was one of the I can't find the correct word to say because for me it was like wow, I'm in the movie. Um,
Wow.
because the production of the event was on a high level.
Hmm.
Um, each each detail it was making the whole Disneyland in the dancing for you. It was for me. Maybe some people they saw this event, they didn't have that much influence, but for me, it was something special. And Yeah, the battle zone, and there was first time they brought tie ties to this event.
Oh,
There was Trump on the scene. Yeah, I guess this was one of the first events, biggest events to have the Trump battle on it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but this is the information I got. Maybe I'm mistaken about the Trump scene. Yeah.
okay.
For me, it was something special, and also the event called Timka. It was in 2010 and 2011, but I guess the peak of this event it was in 2011, 2010. The thing was the most spectacular battles was team battles. It
Hmm.
was five versus five, and it was uh, all styles. Each crew had the hip hopper, house dancers, locking, popping, and breaking.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was mixed something like that,
Mhm.
and it was really nice to watch these battles as a student because they had so much passion. I guess nowadays we don't have the battles like that. Like when there is five people from different styles, they dance together and make routines and other things.
Wow. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Currently, what would you say is the most popular street dance now in Russia?
I guess if we talk about street dance, it's hip hop.
Hip
Yeah,
hop. I see.
hip hop. As I see on the battle, yeah, on the battle scene. Yeah, I see how many people come to the events, to the pre-selections, and I guess the hip hop is the most popular. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Are there any styles being developed now in Russia that are different than this? How do I say? Uh, for example, you mentioned feminine animation, which is a different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are there any other variations of styles that people are developing? That they're changing it up, they're adding things that are different from original, how it was.
Well, I guess. Well, I know that there is a tribal, and also like it called like belly dance and tribal. They have something separated from belly dance. They made,
Oh,
yeah, they made, yeah.
animated belly dance? So,
Tribal is usually, yeah, yeah, it's animated, yeah. So I guess it's separated more, and they have the unique way of dancing. Yeah, tribal.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I see. Yeah, on the scene. Yeah. Also, there was a peak of this form of dancing. It was experimental, but yeah, but now I just don't see that much. Maybe I'm not into this, but back in the days I saw more experimental events, but now I see only a few of them.
Where this is interesting because I feel for me, when I first heard of experimental was from Draco?
Yeah,
Dra
yeah, yeah.
and he's from Russia?
No, Alexander the Dragon. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, it's called
Yes, he's from
Open Your
Russia.
Mind. The Open Your
Yes,
Mind,
yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
that's a Russian event.
Open Your Mind was the first time it was made. Open Your Mind, yes, it was in Russia, in Moscow, and also I was one of the co-organizers of Open Your Mind. Yeah, so
Oh,
like I help people to make the budget, to count everything, but I couldn't be on this event because I had to work on my regular job.
I see.
Yeah, but I helped a lot with it. And after that, it was several times in Moscow. after that in St. Petersburg, and I guess after that it moved to Europe,
Oh,
and Drosha, um, Drosha is from Russia, from Rostov, but he moved to Europe. Also, he won the Zvezdobu experimental category, and also he back in days he practiced animation. Also, yeah, and also he said like he had to leave the popping because of the AB influence.
uh,
Yeah, this was the thing, yeah, once.
oh,
So yeah, and open your mind moved to the Holland, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
interesting. Okay. What do you know of how experimental started to form in Russia? Because I feel in USA I don't see many experimental events. I'm not aware of experimental events, but I know when I looked up Open Your Mind, when I look up Europe, I see experimental more. Do you know of how that kind of came about or?
Well, I only saw some people who like made something in the dance culture, like they were shining brightly, and people saw them. The first influencer was James Garrett Crew. They started as a hip hop dancers, maybe house dancers, but they also always made something out of the rules
Hmm.
in the dancing. I will send you the videos. You will
Yes,
understand.
I was just
Yes.
thinking that. Send me. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They made it out of the rules. Um, Also, um, there is a guy, STK. Maybe you saw the battle, Plastid against STK,
Yes,
the
I
future
he with
battle.
his like hand, right? He does stuff like with his hand or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. STK. He started as electro dancer,
Oh,
um,
okay.
but later he went more to the experiments and more to experimental forms.
I see.
Um, yeah, and also there is a lot of
Well, was it before experimental at Just a Boo? That popping Malvina?
it is about open your mind or what?
Yeah,
The event or
because the first event was Open Your Mind, right? That was the first
no,
one.
I guess no. I guess the experimental and just the boom. Maybe it was 2012, something like that.
Okay.
Um, no, I guess it wasn't before the just the boom. No, I guess I can't say it 100% because mm, let me count. I guess the Open Your Mind. Open Your Mind. It was made in 2014, the
Oh,
first edit. Yeah, or maybe on or 2013. Yeah, something in that in these years. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Of
How?
course, of course, I wanted to mention that there is a lot of other dancers in experimental, like Dark Horse Crew. They had their own way of doing breaking, and they experimented a lot. So, and also there is far more experimental dancers, but I don't know them. So I just want to say that not only James Garrett or STK, they were like the influencers. Of course, there are more other people who developed this scene. Yeah, but what I saw mostly, there was like people like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
How, now, with back to the illusions, which is the
Yeah.
event that you
Yeah.
organized, you know, what
Yeah.
was your, can you share a little bit of your intention of creating that event? Why did you put that event? Why did you create it?
Well, I guess there is different motivations about this. I mean, like different aims, different purposes. And first, it was to make the robot category.
Mm.
I wanted to participate in it. So yeah, first it was to make robot category. The second one, for me, it was the way I could express myself in the dance scene. Because I had a lot of, I was really nervous on the dance stage. And
Mm.
for me, it was really hard to perform and to dance.
Mm.
I was shy person, and I guess organizing the event was easier for me than go to the battle.
Okay.
And I guess this was, and it's still, this is my self-expression of my skills. Yeah, this is the way where I'm like really strong, organizing the processes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
this is, yeah, yeah. Also, I wanted to get united generations. Yeah,
mm,
because the first edit of the Back to the Future battle, there were five judges,
mhm.
and there were three judges from upper breakdance electric boogie generation.
Okay.
Yeah, and two judges were from the popping generation. So it was Boris the Cat, Ramon, Vadim Savinkov, yeah, also the big girl Motya. She started dancing in USSR, and she was in, and she's still in one of the popular crew. Be people. Yeah, and the guy called Fix, he performed a lot, and still he performs in the street dance shows. Yeah. So the idea was to get together all the generations. I tried to get more people from all the generation, but not so many people come back. I just wrote them the invitation, but they didn't come.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this was the idea, and now the idea changed a little bit. It is more universal now. I want to get together people from whole world. Yeah, I
Mm,
want people to be united with a dance. For me, making Back to Illusion Battle, it is something about uh, purpose to go against, not against, but pro the peace and for their, uh, yeah, to get people united.
mm,
Because of the whole situation which is now with the war and other stuff, and a lot of propaganda and other things which is said against the Russia people.
mhm,
I mean, the whole country, yeah. But like, I'm not the face of my government. I'm the face of my motherland. Yeah,
mm,
I'm the face of people who are peaceful, and I
mhm,
want to get people together with a dance,
mhm,
so they will be just they will live in the peace, and they will support uh, each other as a human beings. Yeah, for me, this is the purpose of making my event, and still, because of the whole situation, still to make it. The way of treating the people with the love and with the care about them, to show how it can be in the life. Yeah, because for me, one of the um, most important things is that each participant is important. Yeah, each participant should get um, how to say in English, hospitality. Yes,
yeah.
when
Right.
yeah, yeah, to be generous to people, to serve to the people. I
Mhm,
guess this is one of the idea now. Yeah, I want to get the whole world here in Moscow, in Russia, everybody. I want everybody to dance together and to celebrate the life. yeah, I guess this is the main purpose now for me. Yeah.
Wow. I see. Wow. What have you traveled outside of Russia? Have you traveled to
Yeah,
Europe?
sure,
You
sure.
have? Okay.
I've never been to USA, but I'm making intention to come now. Not this year, but I want to come to USA 100%. I want to dance, to have a exchange. I've been to Europe. I've been to Paris. I've been to Holland. I've been to different events,
Hmm.
dance events. I've been to the Summer Dance Forever. I've been to the Just Debout. I've been to the different local events. I hope this year I will go to the China to the Dance Vision with the animation category. I
Oh,
hope, yeah, I can do this.
yes.
Um,
What are your thoughts on how animation is getting more popular right now? Or what are your thoughts on animation now, currently, where people are
currently,
talking about it, people are talking more about it, you know?
I think that we have more information about animation itself. We
Mhm.
have people who pushing it forward, showing it in the social nets, making different interviews like you, making the events like Yaya and Blondie and me and also other organizers. I know, like in Moscow and maybe other cities, and they make it and push it. And also, I guess now we have more animation dancers, far more now, because when we were making the online pre-selection for animation category, we were searching a lot the Instagram, trying to find different dancers, and we found a lot of animation dancers, especially in Japan, in
Mm.
Korea. I guess in Japan we found a lot of dancers which are not popular. Maybe they have like 100 subscribers and maybe 6 or 5 videos, but
Wow.
still they dance animation. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you see the future of street dance in Russia going? Do you see it expanding? Do you see more competitions? What do you see? What do you think the future has for the street dance in?
Well, the street dance, I mean, I can talk about um, illusion dance forms and the popping,
Mhm.
but I guess it can work for the other styles. Yeah,
Mhm.
what I can see, and there is different ways of how it can be. Yeah, and what should be done. Again, because each time, if I think about the future, first thing I should think, yeah, the first thing I should think is what is the next purpose, what I want to be, or what I want to see in the culture in next 5 years, what I want to see. And what I see is people should have more knowledge about the dance itself, about the um, roots of it, yeah, to know the culture of USA dancers and foreign dancers, to know the culture of their city and
Mhm.
also their country, because when you know the past and you know the history, you have more uh, knowledge, you are more grounded. I don't know how to say, when you it is when you know the history, it helps you a lot to be more confident, to have more information about how it was, and you know to have more in your mind about the dancing, because dancing, it is about how your brain works, and you see the image, the form of it. So I guess the first one is to study more of the dance itself, the cultural aspects,
Mhm.
what what can you bring the joy in the dance, and what you can bring to the dance as yourself in the historical in the historical way. I mean, for example, like when NPC came into the animation game, it is something that person or maybe a group of people started copying the behavior of a non-playable character. Yes,
Hmm.
and this happened because people themselves, they were confident about the stuff they did.
Right.
So this is how the basics appeared back in the days. Okay, I can do stuff like that. Okay, it will be called like Scarecrow. Okay, so it is when you can combine the knowledge back in the days. You saw this type of information, this type of information, and now you can mix it all together, develop it, and create something more. This
Right.
is the first thing about the basics. So the second thing is connected with the basics. When you know, okay, for example, how to do the dime stop, yeah, how to practice it,
Hmm.
and you know how to explain it to the people, and you know the fastest way of how to get the clean dime stop. So if you have this information between all the teachers in the country, so now the process of the studying is quicker,
Yes.
and you know how to motivate your students, you know how to give the information, you know how to teach. Yeah, this is the second thing that people should make. Yeah, their how to say, to systemize. Yeah, if there
Yes.
is the word, to systemize all the knowledge, and to share it from one generation to other generation, so it will be easier to study each time, and you don't have to um, uh, redevelop the wheel
I
again.
was
Yeah,
just thinking that. Yes. I was.
you don't have to think about, okay, I need to make it again and again. The third thing is to make more playgrounds to the different types of people. For
Hmm.
example, I'm not the battle cat. I am more about having fun, just to have to dance in the ciphers. I'm more about organizing the events. If I had more people like in as a dancers, I could make more events, and I could make money from it. And if I had the possibility, I would make only the events for the dancers. If it could pay my bills,
Right.
yeah, I would make only the events.
Right.
Also, other playgrounds, solo performances, maybe choreographer making different choreos in popping and illusion dance forms, maybe performing with the artists. So you should know the path which you can stand on it. Okay, I should do this, and I will become the artist, and I will become the performer on the stage. For example, like Robert Well, yeah, and his crew. He made the whole long path, the like trying this and that, and now he and his crew, they are popular, yeah, in Russia, in Moscow, and or not in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, sorry. I mean, like in different places. And if we have more knowledge about this, like how to become the performer, how to become the director of, I don't know, how to make video clips.
Right.
So if we have more information, how to become the organizer of the events,
Mhm.
yeah, and I guess this is the thing that will help a lot. And I guess the most basic thing is to be generous, supportive. Yeah, generous and supportive.
Mm.
This is about changing the focus not on yourself, but to the people.
Mm.
This is the most important thing that should happen.
Mhm.
To focus on what I can do to make their culture better.
Mm. Mhm.
This is the main question which can help to develop everything. Because if I do what I can do for myself to be in the culture, this is the thing that, okay, I can do something for myself. I can I can be popular. I can do the videos. I can do this. I can do that. I will be popular in the culture. I will get my students changing from time to time. Always okay, okay, okay. I have money. I have retirement. Bye bye the dance culture. This is the end. But it is okay. It is okay. Not each person should be like uh, the society leader or something like that. But I think if people will start to think more of what they can do to other people,
Mm.
even if you will write to any person like, "Oh, how are you? Let's dance together." Yeah, if you
Yes.
will write and you will just do simple things. When you see somebody performing in a cipher, and you applause to them more.
Right.
If you see someone is upset with his round in the battle, and you come to say and say, "Okay, I see you're worried, but
Yeah.
later it will be better." Yeah, I guess if people will be more involved in developing the place where they are, so the more it will be, it will grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. I see. I like also how you use playground. You use the word playground.
Yes, because this is the key. Because for me, the dance culture itself, it was and still it is a playground. Because all I know in the business stuff and how to work with the crew, it all came to me through the dancing, through the organizing the dance events.
Mm.
So for me, organizing the event um, wasn't something like special or something hard or something that is for grown people, the business stuff.
Right.
Okay, we
Right.
will do some business stuff. For
Yeah.
me, it was always like, okay, we'll get together, dun, dun, dun. But after some period of time, I understood that, wow, the event itself, it is like the business stuff. Of course, we don't have so many people and blah, 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 but still, the processes, they are the same. You have the service, you have the thing that you give to people, and the definition of the playground, it is based in our nature habits. Yeah,
Mm.
because animals, cats, for example, they study this life through the game. Yeah, they make the pot with their paws. They taps each other. Yeah,
Right.
they're
Right.
standing on the corner uh, to
Right.
grab somebody. Yeah, they play. And when you dance, there is a trap. Yeah, mind trap in dancing when
Mm.
you focus on the result and you forget the process. This is the trap which destroys everything,
Mm.
because this is the thing which also I felt, because I tried to follow the battle game, but once I was just empty with this battle game, because once I said, okay, I won the battle, what is next? And or I didn't won the battle, what is next? Like,
Mm. Right. What to do if you don't battle?
yeah. And for me now, like I'm always on this playground with the organizing stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also I'm now on the playground of my with myself. Now I just came back to the to the playground in the dancing, also with my students. For
Mm.
example, like we're practicing dime stops with the eye contact. Yeah, like person dances, I was like, oh, and then he stops.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, yeah, and it's I think the whole situation made with dancing and other different art forms is just the way of uh, getting connection with the life through the game. The
Mm.
dance itself, it is the game because you start to creating your own world with your body. Yeah,
Mm.
and you're now like the god, yeah, making its own
Right.
universe with its own rules as itself. And I guess this is uh, the key how to live in this life. I mean, when you not get this life too strict, strong, like you're not too serious with the life.
Right, right. Too serious, right.
Yeah, you play with the life. You play with the life, and you say, "Okay, I can do this," and you play with it. Okay, and because if you don't play with the life, it becomes boring, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
what should I do next? I will grab my beer to drink. Yeah.
Right, right. Wow. Okay. What would you say? Actually, I wanted to ask a little bit back to some
Mhm.
of the OGs and some of the people that influenced the dance. Who would you say currently is representing robot animation, illusion styles currently in Russia? Who would you say?
Well, on the scene, I guess not OGs, but different dancers. Not so many OGs just on the scene. Yeah, like they don't go to the battles. But and I don't see that much them dancing maybe on the social nets because this is, I guess, maybe it's a little bit tricky because nowadays you feel the life and they get information through the social nets. Yes, and if person doesn't post anything, you think that he's dead.
Right,
Yeah. Yes, like okay, and you don't remember about that person. Um, and like, what is about how to say? We should we should understand what is to represent. What is to represent? Mm, if you go to the battles, or you teach people, or what do you do? Like,
right.
what is to represent?
Right. What does it
What do
mean
you
to
think?
represent? What does that mean? Right. There's
Yes,
so many
yes.
different ways. Yeah. I guess influence, I guess who are the people that are influencing the community? People that are who are people watching?
Well, different forms. Yeah. As for the Russian community, it is Plastid.
Hmm.
Plastid, there is two sides of the culture. I mean, like dancers and non-dancers. And
Hmm.
Plastid is between. He is
Oh,
popular. He is popular because of the YouTube. Yeah,
okay.
he's popular there. Robert Well, he
Yeah.
is in the middle still. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm, Ramon, he is more to the dance culture. He is less popular just in non-dance uh, in non-dance society, but he is more connected with other styles and showing the animation as itself. Um, Now more Anton Serdyshnov, original A or Isolator. He has different names. Nowadays, he makes a lot about the animation. I mean, like he's popular on the webs, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, uh, and also, I mean, he does a lot of teaching stuff in the internet, in the Instagram, also making a lot of reels, working as a mentor for different dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we had uh, Vali. She is from Bryansk, the city in Moscow. She is not the battle gamer, the battle cat, but she is teacher, and she raises lots of small dancers, like
Uh,
at the age of 10, 11, 9, and she bring them to the battle stage, to the choreo stage, a
nice.
lot. She makes a lot. This is for animation. Also, we have in the waving, like Nizam from St. Petersburg. We have Boris Sharazin from St. Petersburg to Nasta. A
Mm.
lot of different people who influence this scene in the waving.
I,
Yeah. Also, in I just need to take my charger. Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
just a second. Yeah. Also, in Tating, we have Platon from Rostov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I see. I see. What would you say is what do you look for inspiration from? What inspires you when it comes to dance?
Well, animals,
And
birds, uh, and I guess I have this in my blood, in my character. I like to make my own reality. I
mm-hmm.
like to change the reality itself. And I guess the tricky situation, I mean, the tricky situation for the person, like I can talk with it or with the person, or I can just dance and just suddenly stop, yeah, like that, and changing the speed of my reality. I guess this is the inspiration for me. Sometimes I just can't. I can watch my hand moving like upside down, always like okay, okay, and this is the whole process. Like I'm trying to show the flower or maybe something other forms. Like I just can't. I can stand and watch my finger moving different ways. Yeah, and I love the process. And as for inspiration, movies. Yeah, I
Movies.
love. Yes, I've seen the last movie of the Alien, and there was Android, and I saw this scene when he was out of his memory and he was standing and glitching. And for me, it's like I feel something special about all the mechanical movements. Even if I see, the toilet and it closes the the thing, sometimes you close it and it's like
Yeah.
something special in the movement, or you just close the kitchen or wardrobe. You close it and it's like okay, this and then I don't
Yeah.
know. It makes me so good when I watch this type of movement. When I see fast bugs moving, I have so much joy of it. Like when I watch outside of the window, I see leaves, which are like the texture of the something they're moving. Yeah. Also, I love to feel myself, to change the state of the mind in the moment. I like to feel the weight in my body. Sometimes I like to feel lightness in my body.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. What? How did your family, did they support the dance? Did they support you when you got into this dance, or maybe not? What was your family's response to you?
Well, dancing wasn't something like serious thing in my family. Dancing can be as a hobby, and dancing, dancing. As for my mother, she supported because this is just nice, and she also danced. She also danced the Spanish dance, just forgot flamenco. Yeah, flamenco.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, just for the joy. She and she still dances. She's 65. Yeah, she
Oh.
dances flamenco. My sister used to dance a lot, like national dances. I know how to say cultural dances. When you
Oh.
dance this type of Greece dance, Slavic dance,
Yeah.
different cultural ways of dancing. As for my father, he just said, "Okay, this is the hobby. You can't do this professional. It's not so good." I remember myself when I showed him my press section, he said, "Well, it is not so good." And I was, "Okay, I will, I will never show you my videos again." Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, the dancing is it is the half of my life, 100%. But I can't be the dancer and to live only with a dance only. Yeah, I'm like I'm getting bored with it, and it is something, I guess, with my purpose on this earth, not to be only a dancer, just to be in a different spheres,
Mm.
like to run my potential and all that sparkle in me with the different spheres. But
Yeah.
I guess it is still connected with the dancing because the more I teach people, the more connections I find with the healing the souls with the
Mm.
dancing.
Whoa.
Even
Mm.
even for me, I was doing I was teaching the robot, and with the robot techniques, I gave people so much patience. Like
Ah.
simple thing, doing movements, not to be in a hurry, moving in the same speed, gave so much insights for the people. Like
Mm.
I saw a girl doing waves, and I said, "Okay, you should try to do the robot." She said, "No, I don't want to do the robot." I said, "No, you should practice the robot, but after that, you can dance whatever you want." And
Nice. Nice.
yes, and we practiced robot like 1 hour in a row with no pauses, just only movement and really slow movement, like really slow, like
Mm.
moving head really slowly,
Mm.
like connecting it with the with breathing.
Yeah.
And after that, she wrote me like, wow, it changed my mind a lot because for me, it was like accepting myself to be myself, as a person to be on this earth and not to, just to stand, just to be. Yeah, and
Yeah.
this was the thing that, for me, it was a big, how to say, development. And, mm, it was the first thing it was insight for me, like the robot form. Yeah, the robot form can develop so much in a person. Like
Yes.
for me, it was always like, okay, we dance the robot, la 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 la. But the form of the dancing itself, it changed the mind. Even for me, I was born and maybe I had ADHD, and I was more like always for the thoughts. But with the robot, I am more relaxed. I'm more focused when I practice it. Yeah, because this is some
Yeah.
kind of type of meditation because you're focused only on the one thing with a movement, and your mind is getting sharper. You're like, okay, only one thing in my focus, and you become more and you become more not shy, but patient. Yeah.
Patient. Yes.
Uh, uh,
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking like people that study a certain dance, if they're all, how do I say? Like everyone that studies a certain dance, if they all have a similar effect, like the patience. Like to be a robot, you have to learn patience. You
yes, sure,
because
100%.
like you because I know a lot of the time when there's music, people want to just move fast.
Yeah.
They want to go. So learning the robot, yeah, how it slows you down. So yeah. I would like to ask you, this will kind of be my last question at the moment I
Okay.
have, is for people watching, for anyone watching this video in the future, what message would you like to share with them? What is something you would like people to know? For if you had the attention of everyone, what would you want to tell the world?
Well, it is connected with a dance or with the whole life of
It
itself.
could be whatever you want to share, the message.
Well, the message is to feel your body, because from some period in some time ago, I studied different things connected with the money education and with the choosing the each or other way of living, how to choose, how to make decisions, yeah,
Mm,
and start to feel the body. And you can just try to, I don't know, um, if you have that feeling inside you, like you feel maybe not so good about something, you want to go this way or this way. You just need to focus on what do you feel. Like, okay, what do I feel in my body?
mm,
And I guess the body is the key to know yourself better. I
mm,
mean, to have more connection with your body, to admire and to respect your body, to look after your body more. I mean, the way uh, what do you eat and what do you drink, and uh, the more you respect the body, and the more clean your body is, the easier it will be for you to understand the way of living. It is like the source of the knowledge for you, what you can improve in your life.
mm.
Uh, if we will say something simpler, it's not like something something in a universe in a space. Okay, you can just think, for example, okay, which sum of money I want to get. For example, what salary I want to get, and
Right,
you start to think yourself, okay, it can be $100, and what do you feel in your body? How is it?
mm,
Okay, I want 150 or and you can feel in one moment you will call the sum, which you will feel something uncomfortable in the body.
yes,
And this is the thing is like, okay, you have something in your brain, in your nervous system that is connected with you don't allow yourself to get this sum of money. Yeah.
yes,
Or sometimes if you see the person and you think about the person and said, wow, okay, what do I feel about this person? And you see it, your body will tell you. It is always, for example, if you are nervous about something, you will wake up only in the morning to get the plane because your body is nervous. and you wake up, yeah, because it helps you to understand the way you should move. And I guess if you don't make it too much rational, I mean, like with a logical thing, like this should be this, or you should behave like that. If you feel other way in your body, you're like, okay, what do I feel about this situation? And your body will tell you the truth. Yeah. I
Wow.
guess I guess the this is the thing that I've met like maybe 2 months ago more. Yeah, I had this feeling uh, multiple times, but I didn't pay attention to it.
Mm.
Like okay, I feel something bad about the situation, but I will do this. Yeah, this is just I'm just nervous. Everything is fine. Yeah, I do this thing and I fuck up it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
really look at, observe the feeling, really look at it. What's going on inside?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Wow.
And even you can travel to the with your mind. You can travel to your future. Yeah, I mean, oh, people can say that maybe this is some kind of you know like esoterical or maybe something
Like
outside of the
like
material
supernatural?
world.
Like supernatural? Are you saying?
Yes, something like connected with I don't know, astrology vibes or something like
Okay.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but the thing is, like, how usually I get my events. For example, I'm already on my event in 2026. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm already in my event, and I feel if it will, and I'm starting to making it in my mind. Yeah, the whole event.
right.
Um, Starting to feel it, and I'm starting to talk with myself from the future, like what should I do to
Mm,
be in that future, like, and this dialogue helps me to understand what should I do and what I shouldn't do. And
mm-hmm.
this is the connection with the body. Yes, it is the same. Like, okay, if I will do this, if I want to get to this destination, I need to focus on it. Yeah, if I want to go out from the forest, I need to go to the north maybe or some other place. I need to focus first that I need to go out of the forest. And what I need to do, I need to move with my legs. Yes, this is the
Yes,
simple. Yeah,
yes.
and this is the same with all other things in our future. Like, we travel to this point, we are in this point, and from this point in the future, you start to translate to yourself
Mm,
what you can do to be there.
mm,
And some of the thoughts, of course, if I want to be a millionaire, sometimes I don't know what I should to do. Sometimes I don't know. But for example, I know that I need to have more discipline in my life. Yeah. I know that I should go to sleep early and wake up early because I need my nervous system to rest. Yeah.
right.
So yeah, I guess this is the thing that I want to share with people, that we should look more into ourselves, because we have the key already in ourselves. We already have um, how to say, the scenario of our life already. We
Wow.
just need to look more into ourselves. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. No, thank you. Because even as you're saying it, I'm thinking as well, like, huh, what do I see in my future? And what feelings do I have when I'm thinking about it? So, yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You're so
wow.
welcome. Yeah, because I wish I was said these things the years before. Yeah, about how I can connect with this life, how I can connect with it, and yeah.
Yeah, wow. Well, the Bartez, that was my last question. If there's anything
Mhm.
else you would like to let people know, but yeah,
Uh, I just want to thank you a lot for all your interviews you're making, because this is the thing that will help people to to develop themselves, to be better. If Because when you see someone, you study already. Yeah, we always study when we see other people,
Mhm.
and if you listen to the stories, you can feel the way the person felt in that moment.
Right.
Uh, for example, if I'm talking about like strutting, and it was maybe 2 weeks ago, for the first time, I heard the pretty boy concept, like you do things with a like a pretty boy and other, and like you're showing like, okay, this and this feeling and the
Mm,
meaning like of the pretty boy, like, okay, I do the strut. Yeah.
mhm.
uh, and it is not about the techniques, it is about how you feel yourself. Yeah.
Right.
And I guess this is the thing that helps a lot. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for digging it, to
Right.
getting the people, OGs, because they tell their stories. And now you understand, wow, this is was the way, because not so many people are interested in collecting the history.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
just want to thank you a lot about this. Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, of course. I'm excited to continue hearing the stories. So all over the world, I want to collect all the stories. But thank you
Yeah.
again, Bartez. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing your time and thank you for sharing the history of USSR, Russia, how the dance came about. And I hope that one day that I will be able to participate in Back to the Illusion or
Let
sometime in
it
the
be,
yeah.
like I don't know why, but I have this date in my mind, 2030, the year 2030. Yeah, I don't know why, I don't
Okay,
know why,
okay.
but still, also with my mates from Ukraine, yeah, I talk with them. Let's say, let's meet in 2030 on my event. I don't know why, how it will work, but I say, okay, let it be 2030. And
Okay.
of course, it will be really nice if you come earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. 2030. Everybody remember that date. Something's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, because for me, in my imagination, I have in this date, like 2030, I will have all my friends from the whole world, because some of the Russian dancers, they went away from Russia to other countries. Now they live like in Serbia and other places. Um, yeah, and I want all the people to be there. I want the war to be end. Yeah, and as much earlier as it possible. Yeah, and to get all the people together from different uh, places from the earth, from different countries. I want all the people together to dance. Yeah, this is I guess my dream. Yeah, I want to like all the dancers, all the animation dancers, all wave dancers, all together, like for 1 week maybe. Yeah, having fun and dance. Yeah, and celebrate the life, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also want that. So let me know how I can support in that as the years go. Trust that's again like when I do these interviews, it's almost a way of bringing people together because you can see the videos of everyone. But I also want a week where everyone is together in person, the OGs, the new generation, everybody. So yes, I
Yes,
support
yes.
that.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just wanted to make small mark about the whole interview for the people which will watch it. Again, this is my way of knowing the culture and all the information getting together. Maybe I didn't call any someone on this interview, and but it doesn't. Um, how to say, uh, It is not about that you are bad or something. Yeah, each person matters in the dance culture. If I didn't call anybody, it doesn't mean that um, you're not important. Yes, this is only my highlights, only my highlights in my brain in that moment, because I'm a little bit stressed talking in English. Yeah, and I could forget something on somebody. Yeah, so this is about like I respect everybody and people who dances and practices and teach other people and participate in battles. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
because
for
like
any,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, for anyone watching, if there is something, a piece of history that you felt wasn't shared, or if there was a dancer that you felt should be shared, you can message me and we can have a conversation because I want to hear, the different stories. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, because yeah, each person knows its piece of information. Yeah, and yeah.
All right.
Also, the last thing I want to say, we
Yeah.
have the museum of breakdance. I mean, the museum, not like the building, but it is in our VK social net, ВКонтакте, and they have some kind of digital museum. They get together all the information about events back in the USSR, different posters from BOTY events and
Oh.
other breaking events. So they're getting information and people from different countries, yeah, all together. Yeah, like posting it all the time. Yeah.
Where is this museum? Where is it?
It is digital, like it is in the social net of ВКонтакте, and also it is there is a couple of people who collect different artifacts. For example, the posters and other things from this era. Yeah, and you from
So
yeah.
there's a website to see this?
Yes, there is a social network, ВКонтакте. Uh,
I see. Okay, Malvina Budit. V
yeah,
contact.
yeah,
Okay, Sosnar. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. That's really cool. I didn't know
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I can send you the link to this group. Yeah,
Okay.
and you can watch different footage, and also we have some historical documentaries about the breakdance, the
Mm,
breaking.
wow.
Yeah, how it was developed in USSR. And also, we had this big girl Motia. She made ratings of the b-boys and the poppers and
Oh,
other dancers. Yeah, she made a social rating. Yeah,
okay. I'm excited to check that out. That's cool.
yeah. I can send you the links, and I guess you can use artificial AI to translate.
Translate. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, to the English. Yeah,
I'll do that. Well, thank
yeah,
you again. I
yeah. Thank you so
appreciate
much.
your time. And, I hope the rest of your day, you have a calm day. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Same to
great.
you. You woke up so early today.
I was like,
It's like
I'm ready.
6
I'm ready.
a.m.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. All
Hope
right.
to see you in the life. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. Take care. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Yeah.